Okay, so today we're diving into AI and technical writing.
Yeah.
And we've got this great article by Curt Robbins,
hmm
and he's a senior technical writer, and he's worked with some really impressive
He
companies
has.
like FedEx, Microsoft, Wells Fargo, and a bunch of others.
Yeah.
Um, so this deep dive is going to be particularly relevant for technical writers, documentation experts, and IT professionals.
Definitely.
So if you're in one of those fields,
Yeah.
you're in the right place. So have you ever wished you had an AI assistant to help with those tedious documentation tasks?
I think we all have.
Yeah, right. Well, that's exactly what we're talking about today.
Absolutely.
So let's start by unpacking this whole AI agent thing.
Okay.
Can you give us a clear definition of what an AI agent actually is?
So an AI agent is basically a system that can perceive its environment,
Nope.
make decisions, and then take actions to achieve a specific goal.
So it's not just like a tool, it's like making decisions on its own.
Yeah, it's more autonomous than a simple tool.
That's pretty wild.
It is, and they've been around for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like those old expert systems from back in the day, like MYCIN.
Oh, yeah.
That was used for medical diagnoses,
Ah,
but, those were pretty limited.
right.
What we're seeing now is way more sophisticated.
Okay, so what's changed?
Well, we've had huge advancements in machine learning and natural language processing.
Okay.
So AI agents can tackle much more complex tasks.
Like Siri and Alexa.
Exactly. They're getting smarter all the time.
So how does this all relate to technical writing?
Well, Robbins outlines 5 key areas where AI agents are making a big impact.
Okay, I'm all ears.
The first one is automated content generation.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, so AI can actually draft things like manuals, FAQs, even API documentation.
Well, hold on. Like, it can actually write the content for us.
Pretty much.
That's incredible. What kind of tools are we talking about here?
There's OpenAI's Codex, which is pretty mind-blowing.
I've heard of that one, but I don't really know what it does.
So Codex can generate documentation directly from code.
So, like, if I'm a developer, I don't have to write separate documentation for my code.
Exactly. It can save a ton of time.
That's amazing. But what about those of us who don't work directly with code?
There's also Writer.com, which focuses on creating content that aligns with a company's style guide.
So it makes sure everything is consistent.
Exactly, from the wording to the formatting.
That's a huge help.
It is, especially for large organizations.
Okay, so AI can generate content. What else?
The second area is streamlined collaboration.
Collaboration. How does AI help with that?
It can provide real-time suggestions as you're writing.
Okay.
It can manage version control and even translate content while keeping it accurate.
Wow, so no more emailing files back and forth.
Right, it can make things much smoother.
What are some tools for that?
Well, there's Grammarly Business, which is already being used by a lot of teams.
Yeah, I've used that one.
It's great for catching errors and making sure everyone's on the same page.
Okay, so we've got content generation and collaboration covered.
Right.
What's the third area?
Enhanced research and retrieval.
Ah, research. That's a big part of technical writing.
It is, and AI can help us sift through tons of data to find the information we need.
Like a superpowered search engine.
Exactly.
Give me some examples.
Well, there's Elicit, which uses AI to analyze research papers and extract key insights.
So I don't have to read through pages and pages of dense research.
You got it.
That's amazing. What about for internal documentation?
There's Kendra by AWS, which is an enterprise-level search tool that uses AI to help you find information within your company's own documentation.
So it's like having an expert who knows everything about your company's internal knowledge base.
Pretty much.
That's incredible.
It can save you a ton of time and effort.
All right, so we've got content generation, collaboration, research. What's next?
Dynamic and interactive documentation.
Okay, that sounds intriguing. What's that all about?
So instead of just having static, text-heavy documents, AI can help us create more engaging and interactive experiences.
Like what?
Well, think about chatbots.
Okay.
They can provide real-time answers to user questions right within the documentation.
That's a game changer. No more searching through FAQs or sending emails to support.
Right, it's all about making the information more accessible.
What kind of tools are out there for this?
There's Intercom's Fin, which is a great example of a chatbot that uses AI to answer questions and guide users through complex processes.
I've heard of that one, but I haven't really used it.
It's pretty impressive. It can even pull information from different sources to provide the most accurate and up-to-date answers.
Wow, that's really cool.
It is, and it's just one example of how AI is making documentation more dynamic.
So what else is out there?
There's also WalkMe, which creates interactive walkthroughs and tutorials for software applications.
So instead of just reading instructions, you can actually be guided through the software.
Exactly.
That's fantastic for visual learners.
Yeah, it can make the learning process a lot smoother.
This is all so exciting, but I have a feeling there's more.
There is.
What's the fifth and final area?
Continuous maintenance.
Maintenance.
Yeah, keeping documentation up to date can be a real pain.
Tell me about it.
But AI can help us automate a lot of those tasks.
Like what?
It can monitor for changes, catch broken links, suggest updates, and even help with version control.
So instead of spending hours manually updating documentation, AI can do it for us.
That's the goal.
That would be a dream come true.
It would free up a lot of time for us to focus on more strategic tasks.
What are some tools for that?
There's Paligo and MadCap Flare, which are both incorporating AI features to make documentation maintenance more efficient.
So AI is basically becoming our new documentation assistant.
In a way, yes.
This is all incredibly impressive, but I'm also a little cautious.
I understand.
I mean, AI is still a relatively new technology, right?
It is.
There must be some challenges and things we need to be careful about.
Yes, right.
So let's dig into that a bit more.
Okay. One of the biggest things is accuracy. AI is still based on data and algorithms.
Right, so it can make mistakes.
It can, and we can't just blindly trust everything it spits out, especially with technical documentation.
Yeah, accuracy is super important in our field.
It is. We need to be very careful about reviewing and verifying the information.
So human oversight is still crucial.
Absolutely. AI is a powerful tool, but it's not a replacement for human expertise.
It's like having an intern. They can do a lot of the legwork, but you still need to guide them.
Exactly. You need to make sure they're on the right track, and the output is high quality.
And I imagine that the more we train these AI agents, the better they'll get.
Definitely, the more data they have and the more feedback they receive, the more accurate and reliable they'll become.
Okay, that makes sense. But what about data privacy and security? That's a big concern these days.
Yeah, it's a valid concern. These AI agents often need access to sensitive information to do their job.
So how do we make sure that data is protected?
It starts with choosing reputable AI providers who have strong security measures in place.
Okay, so do your research before you just hand over all your company's data.
Exactly. And it's also important to have clear guidelines and policies about data access and usage.
So everyone knows what's allowed and what's not.
Right. And transparency is key. Users should know how their data is being used and what steps are being taken to protect it.
That's really important for building trust.
It is.
Okay, so we've got accuracy, data privacy, security. Anything else we should be thinking about?
Well, there's also the learning curve. These AI tools can be pretty complex.
Yeah, I can imagine it takes some time to get up to speed.
You need to understand how the tools work, what their limitations are, how to interpret their output.
So it's not just a plug and play kind of thing.
Not really, but the good news is that many AI providers offer training and support.
Okay, so there's help available if you need it.
There is.
It sounds like the key is to be open to learning and adapting.
Absolutely. The technical writing field is always evolving, and AI is a big part of that evolution.
But I'm also curious about what the future holds. What emerging trends in AI are you most excited about?
I'm really interested in personalized documentation.
Personalized documentation, what's that?
So imagine a world where the documentation you see is tailored to your specific needs.
Like it knows who I am and what I'm trying to do.
Exactly. It could take into account your role, your skill level, your past interactions with the software.
That would be amazing. No more sifting through irrelevant information.
Exactly. It would make documentation much more efficient and user-friendly.
How would that even work?
AI algorithms could track user behavior and preferences and then dynamically adjust the content.
So it's like having a custom-made instruction manual.
Pretty much, it could highlight the most relevant information, suggest additional resources, even anticipate your questions.
That sounds incredibly futuristic.
It is, but it's not that far off. Some companies are already experimenting with AI-powered documentation platforms that do this.
That's exciting.
It is.
What other trends are on your radar?
I'm also really interested in the integration of AI with augmented reality and virtual reality.
Whoa, AR and VR. That's next level.
It is. Imagine being able to use AR to overlay instructions onto a physical product.
So you could see exactly what to do step by step.
Exactly. Or you could use VR to immerse yourself in a simulated environment to learn how to use a complex piece of software.
That would be incredible. It would make learning so much more engaging.
Exactly. And it would be a lot more effective, too.
This all sounds so futuristic. It's like something out of a sci-fi movie.
It kind of is, but it's the future we're heading towards, and I'm really excited to see what's possible. It's kind of wild how AI is blurring the lines between humans and machines.
Yeah, it's a bit freaky, right? AI is really pushing the boundaries of what's possible in technical writing.
It is, and I think we're just scratching the surface.
So what's the main takeaway for our listeners?
I think the most important thing is to embrace this change.
Yeah, don't be afraid of AI.
It's a powerful tool that can help us do our jobs better and create amazing experiences for our users.
Well said on that note. I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive.
Yeah.
We've covered a lot of ground today, from the basics of AI agents to the future of documentation. We've talked about the challenges and the opportunities, and I hope our listeners are feeling inspired to explore the potential of AI in their own work.
Me too.
Thanks for joining us today, and be sure to check out Curt Robbins' article for more insights.
It's a great read.
Until next time,
Mm-hmm.
stay curious and keep on learning.